You want real success? Then you have to stop procrastinating. Period. Let's be real. Procrastination is not about being lazy, it's not a character flaw, it's not some trait you were born with, it's a habit. And more importantly, it's a habit rooted in something much deeper than just I don't feel like it. It's about fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. And the things about fear, it's sneaky. It masks itself as logic. It shows up in phrases like, I work better under pressure, or I just need to do a little more research, or now is not the right time. Sound familiar? When you procrastinate, you are not dodging the task itself. You are avoiding the emotions tied to it. You are dodging the self doubt, the discomfort, the risk of falling short. And that's completely human. But if you let fears decide your actions or inactions, you will never tap into your real potential. Because success doesn't come from just thinking or planning or waiting for the perfect moment, it comes from action, and procrastination is the enemy of action. Every time you say, I'll do it later, what you are really saying is, I am not ready to feel the discomfort this task brings. That creates a loop. You delay, you feel guilty, you start to criticize yourself, and then you feel even less motivated. And on it goes. That's not laziness, that's emotional avoidance. Let's talk science for a second. Your brain is wired to avoid pain and seek comfort. That's why suddenly checking your phone, watching Netflix, or rearranging your desk feel urgent when you are facing a difficult task. These activities release quick hit of dopamine. They are easy. They feel good. But the things you are avoiding, the uncomfortable conversation, the big decision, the creative project, that's what leads to growth. That's what builds the life you actually want. But your brain doesn't prioritize long term rewards, it prioritizes instant relief. And that's exactly what procrastination gives it. This is where the 5-second rule becomes a game changer, invented by our dear Mel Robin. You have got about 5 seconds from the moment you get an instinct to take action to when your brain talk you out of it. You think, I should update my resume. 5 seconds later, it's already late. I'll do it tomorrow. That teeny window, that's where your power lies. If you move within those 5 seconds, stand up, open your laptop, take the first step. You interrupt the pattern. You stop procrastination in its tracks, and repeat it often enough. That one tiny action builds momentum, it builds confidence, it builds results. You don't need motivation, you need movement. Motivation is fleeting, but action is a decision, and every small step forward reinforces the belief that you are capable. You show yourself that fear doesn't get the final say. Yes, the first step is always the hardest, but once you take it, your brain shifts. You find focus, you build traction. Suddenly, what felt overwhelming feels doable. Let me be real with you. Nobody is coming to rescue you from your own avoidance. No one is coming to knock on your door and beg you to write that book, launch the business, change your life. That's on you. And you are absolutely can do it, but only if you stop giving fear the wheel. So, if you want real success, stop waiting, stop rationalizing, stop numbing your discomfort with distractions, start moving, even if you are scared, unsure, or uncomfortable. Especially if you are uncomfortable, because success is not made of grand dramatic move, it's made of tiny acts of courage repeated daily. Stop procrastinating and start showing up for your future. It's not about feeling ready, it's about choosing to act anyway. Comparison is an other silent killer of success, one of the most toxic habits we pick up without even realizing it. You wake up, check your phone, and bam, someone's picture perfect life hits you. They are fitter, richer, more successful, more confident, just more. And before you have even finished your coffee, you already feel like you are losing a race you didn't even know you were running. But here's the truth, you are not behind, you are just distracted. Comparison doesn't motivate, it paralyzes. It pulls your focus from your own goals and glues it to someone else's highlighted reel. You start measuring your progress against their results. You begin to doubt yourself because of their wins. Bit by bit, your confidence takes a hit. You hesitate to start your project because it's already being done. You hold your tongue because someone else seems to know more. You delay your dreams because someone else is living them better. No one tells you this. You are comparing your behind the scene to someone else's front stage. You are seeing the curated, polished version they choose to show. You are not seeing their doubts, their failures, their struggles. You are not seeing the roads. They are just showing you the destinations. And when you compare your path to theirs, you are setting yourself up to lose a game that was never fair. Let's be clear, their success is not your failure. Someone else winning doesn't mean you are losing. There is no scoreboard in life. There is no trophy for who gets there first, who earns the most, who shines the brightest. Life is not about beating other people, it's about becoming the best version of you. That's the only race that counts. And you are only competing with yourself. Each time you compare yourself to other, you lose sight of your path. You drain your energy studying their moves instead of mastering your own. You feed your insecurity instead of your ambitions. But here is the power you told. You can choose to stop. You can catch the thought midstreams and reroute it. Ask yourself, is this helping me grow? If not, drop it, please. If you want success, stop looking sideways. Stay in your lane, water your own grass. Let other people win, inspire you, not intimidate you. If they did it, amazing. Proof it's possible. Now go back to work. You don't need to copy them, you don't need to beat them, you need to be you. Fully, boldly, relentlessly. That's your power. Because when you are laser focused on your own growth, comparison loses its grip. When you are anchored in your purpose, in your mission, in your values, what they are doing doesn't matter anymore. You are not distracted, you are driven. And that's how real success is built, not by obsessing over someone else's speed, but by moving forward in your own direction, one step at a time. You have something they don't, a voice, a vision, a fire inside that's unique to you. And if you try to be them, the world misses out on what only you can offer. So stop scrolling, stop shrinking, stop doubting your worth because someone else is shining. Their light doesn't dim yours. If anything, it proves that there is room for everyone. But you'll miss your turn if you are too busy watching someone else live your dream. Channel that energy back into your life. Do the work. Trust your path. Your energy deserves your full attention because your future, it's not a competition, it's a masterpiece in progress, and it's yours to build. Let's talk about another silent killer, negative self-talk. It's the voice that whisper you are not good enough, why even try, you will just mess it up. And the scariest part, most of us don't even notice how often we do it. It becomes background noise, normal, automatic, familiar, but don't mistake familiar for harmless. That voice is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck. There is a science. Your brain listens to you. It doesn't know whether a thought is sarcastic, casual, or serious. If you repeat something enough, it becomes belief, and belief shapes behaviors. Tell yourself you are not smart enough, you will shy away from learning opportunities. Tell yourself you always mess up, you will hesitate to try. Believe you are unworthy of success, you will sabotage it before it even finds you. This is how negative self talk becomes a self fulfilling prophecy. You say you can't, so you don't. You say it won't work, so you never really try. And each time that voice is proven right, it's gained strength. But guess what? That voice didn't start with you. It was built from your experiences, what you were told, what you internalized, what went wrong. But while it's not your fault, it exists. It is your responsibility to stop letting it control your life. You would never speak to a friend the way you speak to yourself. So why you tolerate that language in your own head? You deserve compassion, encouragement, belief, and start by becoming aware of that mental script and rewrite it intentionally. Changing self talk doesn't mean lying to yourself. It means using words that support your growth instead of sabotaging it. Instead of I always mess up, say I am learning. Mistakes help me grow. Instead of I am terrible at this, say I am improving every day. It sounds simple, but it's powerful because repetition rewires belief. You won't silence the inner critique overnight, but you can catch it, pause it, question it, ask, is this helpful? Would I say this to someone I love? If not, replace it, please. Say something that lifts you, something that empowers you, something that moves you forward. Because if you want real success, it starts with believing that you can succeed. And that belief begins with the words you whisper when no one else is listening. Success is not just about action, it's about identity. When you see yourself as someone capable, worthy, and strong, you act like it. And when you act like it, result follows. This is what separates dreamers from doers. Dreamers wait to feel ready. Doers move even when they don't. And that's where growth lies. You don't grow from doing what's easy, you grow from doing what's necessary, especially when it's uncomfortable. If you want real change, stop waiting for a mood, stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is a bonus, not a requirement. What you need is commitment, what you need is action, and what you need most is to begin right now, right here with what you have. Because action creates motivation and motivation creates momentum, but it all begins with one choice: act now, feel later. Success loves structure, but most people fear routines because they think structure is suffocating. They assume routines are boring, rigid, or for control freaks. But that's not true. Routines are the secret weapons of the world's most successful people. Not because they crave control, but because they understand a simple truth: freedom doesn't come from chaos, it comes from system. Without a routine, your day runs you. You wake up reactive, you scroll, respond, scramble, and by nightfall, you are drained with nothing meaningful accomplished. That's not a time issue, it's a structure issue. Without routine, your energy scatters, your focus fragments, your priorities blur. You spin your wheels and wonder why you are stuck. But with a routine, you remove friction, you remove guesswork, you stop negotiating with yourself. You wake up knowing what needs to happen. You don't waste time debating, you are already decided. And that's the magic because routines free up mental space, they turn execution into habits. Over time, those daily decisions compound into massive transformation. Whether it's a 5 minute of journaling, morning movement, goal review, or intentional planning, these teeny habits becomes anchors. They ground you, they align you, they keep you focused on what matters most. Start simple. You don't need a 20-step morning miracles. Choose 2 to 3 habits that moves you forward. Maybe it's 30 minutes of deep work on your dreams. Maybe it's preparing meal so you feel strong. Maybe it's reading for 10 minutes. Whatever it is, own it and stick to it because routines are not about perfection, they are about consistency. You will miss a day, that's fine. Get back on track because discipline is built in the moment when it would be easier to quit. And discipline is what separates dabbler from masters. Routines eliminate decision fatigue. They automate the basics so you can focus on building your best life. So, build a routine that supports the future you desire, not the one you have settled for. Because what you do daily, that's who you become, and your routines, that's your reality. Thank you for being here.